Hello everybody, it's King of Koopas here, and we're back for some more Where in Time. It's Carmen Sandiego, or Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. Hopefully, I got rid of that infernal buzzing that you heard in the background of my last few videos. I think it's still there, but it's not as bad as it was. So anyhow, let's begin case 12, I think it is. And I think I know which one is it, what one this is. Yes, I want to take the case.
You're speeding toward the coast of Spain in 1493,
I knew it.
where an Atlantic Ocean traveler is lost at sea. The folks who financed his trip are mucho worried, so you'd better try to find out what's causing the delay. Charting unknown waters is Rock-Solid's specialty, so he'll come along as your good guide. Good luck, Detective. I sure hope you don't get seasick.
We've hit Spain in the year 1493. That must be Queen Isabella right over there. You know, Isabella earned a place in history by supporting the explorations of Christopher Columbus. But at the moment, the Senora looks royally upset.
Disaster! Columbus has not returned from his voyage to China. I can only guess that he has been lost at sea. My advisors warned me that his plan would sink.
Hey, it sounds like one of Carmen's crooks has put a crimp in Columbus's plans. Let's talk with the Queen and see what we can do.
This case. This gave me so many problems as a kid, but I remember it not being nearly as bad. But anyhow, let's examine stuff.
This porcelain cup was imported from China. The pesky Portuguese have been vying with Spain for the fastest sea route to China. Spain will find it first, and when we do, our cups will runneth over.
Good for you. Can I... Oh.
I'd say we're in the Spanish town of Santa Fe. This is where Columbus sought money from Isabella to pay for his voyage.
I don't want to go there yet. Let's have a look at the map.
Columbus wasn't the first to suggest sailing west to reach Asia. An Italian named Paolo Toscanelli had proposed such a voyage before Columbus ever approached the court of Spain.
Hold on. I am so sorry about that. I got called away to do something, so... Let's go back to the game here. I'm sorry. I think we were examining maps here.
The first European to sail around the southern tip of Africa was Bartholomew Diaz. His discovery opened up the eastern sea lanes to China and forced Columbus to postpone his plans. Say, this map seems related to the voyages of Diego Gomez, the Portuguese captain who coasted down the coast of Africa. Diego's voyage gave Portugal an exploration edge over Spain. For a while, anyway. The first world maps were drawn by an ancient Greek named Ptolemy. Although his maps were completely wrong, people believed in his work up until the 15th century.
Sheeps. Alright, let's talk to Isabella.
Greetings. You are welcome in the royal court of Spain, although you've come at an unhappy time.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm welcome. I just teleported in here from another century.
I am Isabella, Queen of Spain and ruler of Castile and Aragon. My husband Ferdinand and I made this a great nation. By uniting many warring groups in the country, we created the powerful United Kingdom of Spain.
Sounds like fun.
Christopher Columbus sailed away 8 months ago to find a westward route to China, but he has not returned. I fear his decision to sail west was not the best. If Columbus is safe and sound, he must be found. He sailed west, so you must too, to find him. You may take this ocean map for the westward journey.
Oh, that's gonna come in handy later.
Most sailors reach China by sailing around Africa and heading east. Columbus insisted that since the world is round, he could reach China faster by sailing west instead. I'm searching for the fastest trade route to China.
Yeah, no map now.
Marco Polo indeed. His route runs across land and takes far too long. A sea route to China will be faster, and ships can carry more goods than camels. The Portuguese already have an eastward sea route, so I hope to find a faster way to the west. Avoid the winds to the north. We call them the westerlies because they blow from the west and push sailing ships eastward back to Europe. Try heading south, where you may find more favorable winds.
Oh yeah, anyone who knows anything about convection knows,
Good luck
knows why.
crossing the vast ocean. May the wind and current be always at your back.
Thanks, I guess.
We're almost ready to cast off. But first, let's learn to navigate. Use the mast to adjust the sail. When the sail is open, we'll blow with the wind. But when the sail is closed, we'll drift with the current instead. When you're ready, ring the ship's bell to start moving.
Alrighty, first of all, we got a piece of a note here.
You've found a message in a bottle, and it looks like part of Carmen's note. Keep this up and we'll have Carmen bottled up tight soon enough.
I wouldn't beat this game without a bad pun. Anyhow, when the crime is done, use all your smarts to sneak inside the room of charts. Well, that already gives us an idea of where they are. Anyhow, let's examine stuff.
These barrels are full of dried meat and peas, the same food Columbus used.
Sounds like fun.
When the sail is closed, we'll drift with the current.
Alright.
The ship's compass always spins to point north. It might help us make good headway.
Alrighty, so now if we look at our chart here, we can see that we're here, and we have to get down here. And, this is really hard to explain, but we'll just go with it. So anyhow, let's see what everything is. If you want to see which way the wind is blowing, click the clouds.
The wind is whisking by to the west.
And the current.
The current is flowing west.
So in this case, it doesn't matter. We'll open the sails and ring the bell, and as you can see, we're gonna move out.
Smooth move. The compass says we're now pointing west. Let's observe the wind and the current. The wind is heading west, and the current is going east. Columbus is somewhere to the west, so the wind looks like our best bet. Ring that bell and anchors away.
Yeah, you see, and right now it says nothing, but you're going to see a difference here. Hold on.
Aye, aye, Captain. The sail is open, so westward blowing will now be going. Hold on to your hat.
Alrighty, and
Good sailing, Captain.
shut up.
The helm is at your command. Remember, keep a close eye on the wind and current conditions, and adjust the sail to keep us heading towards Columbus.
Alrighty, so now as you can see, we have these two arrows, water and wind, that basically tell us when we're on that square, which way the wind is going and which way the water is drifting. So right now, let's go back here and let's examine the clouds.
The wind is blowing to the east.
It's blowing to the east, so pretty much if we take the wind, now it's just going to send us back east. We want to go west.
I believe the current is sweeping south.
Alright, so we want to be going south here.
Nice exposure.
I'm just going to skip that because we hear the same thing 5 million frickin' times.
I believe the current is sweeping south.
So south
wind is-
and west. If we look here, I think we should go south though because we want to avoid the westerlies they were talking about here. So, which way was it? Late at night here and I'm tired.
The wind.
West. Alright, let's just go with the current for now.
Nice exposure.
Alrighty.
I believe the current.
South
The wind is blowing.
and east, so we're just going to want to go with the current again here.
Whoa, quite a set of fangs on that fish. Maybe we'll save that swim for later. We're now pointing to the south.
You sometimes see sharks in the water and you had those funny little reactions.
The wind seems. The current is streaming east.
Alright, so now we're going to want to hold up the sails again and keep going south.
Shark-infested waters were a constant menace to ocean-going ships in the 15th century. During shipwrecks, the smell of blood in the water could call in hundreds of hungry sharks. Yikes.
Yeah, I would've.
Nice exposure.
Don't care.
I'd say the current is heading north. The wind seems...
Alright, I guess we're going to keep going south here. Because we don't want to go back north.
Nice exposure.
Now we're going to want to start going west if we can.
I'd say the current is... The wind is blowing to the east.
That is a problem. So now we're kind of stuck here. We can't go this way. And that really sucks. So I think we're just gonna have to go back up to this. Excuse me. I think we're just gonna have to go back up to this square. I think Chugga Conroy is rubbing off on me here. Ooh, this is gonna be a slow episode, I can tell, but I actually have to use my brain, and brain no work right now.
The wind is blowing. I'd say the current.
Alright, so let's just go back north.
The compass is needling.
Let's just see here. So we just want to go water. Go again. Don't
Our
care.
ship is now no.
Alright, now it looks like, yeah, we can't go back up, it looks like.
The wind seems. The current is.
So we're gonna just want to go turn, and I guess we're gonna have to go east. Don't have a choice here.
Nice navigating.
Alrighty, yeah.
I'd say the wind seems.
Alright, let's try going with the wind here. Maybe we can go... Maybe we can go back down to where we were here and see what happens.
We're now. I believe the wind is.
Okay, so,
I believe the.
okay, let's go back to the current. Oh god, I'm thinking I may just cut some of this. This is taking frickin' forever.
Nice. I believe the.
Alright, let's just keep going south and see where that takes us.
We're now. The current is flowing.
Alright, finally we can get a little...
The wind.
We can finally get a little, going west here. Let's see where this takes us.
At your behest, we're now. The current is flowing.
Alright, let's keep going west. Finally, we're making some progress. About frickin' time.
We're now aiming. The current. The wind is.
Alright, so now we want to go to the wind. Let's go west. And yeah, da. This is such a slow mission.
At your behest, we're now pointing west. I'd say the current is. The wind is whisking by.
Alright, let's keep going to the west. If we get lucky, we should hit a special patch, but I don't think we're going to hit it.
We're now aiming toward the wild, wild west. The current is flowing.
Alright.
The wind seems.
Okay, so let's keep going.
At your behest, I'd say the wind is
Alright, so let's go with the wind again.
We're now.
Come
The
on.
current is street.
East.
The wind seems.
Okay, so now we're stuck here, so... It looks like, we're gonna have to go back east here. I think it'll probably be best to go north.
The current is streaming.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to go there.
After that,
Alright, so now we want to go north, and north, I believe, is the water.
I'd say the current.
Yep. Ah, there we go, we hit it.
Our ship is now nosing due north.
If we look at the map here, that's the part I was looking for. These are the easterlies we were looking for. They are what's going to blow us over there. So now we want to keep going west.
I'd say the wind seems.
And the game isn't going to let me. So, let's see
The
here.
wind seems. I'd say the current.
North or west? Let's try north.
The wind seems.
Okay, I didn't want to go that way. Wait, whatever.
The compass is needle. The current is. The wind is whisk.
Alright, let's just go. Keep going west here and see where this takes us.
We're now. I believe. The wind is.
Alright, so I think...
I believe the current is.
Okay, let's go back to the south. Man, 15 minutes and we're not even up to the freaking island yet.
Nice exposure.
Alright.
I believe the wind is.
Alright, so now we want to go to the west. And we're here.
The current is flowing.
Alright, so now... Final move and we finally hit freaking land. There we go, we made it.
All right, we've reached the West Indies. Let's hit the beach and look for Columbus. Say, I think we've made a discovery of our own. We've found Captain Christopher Columbus.
Gentlemen, I assure you I have everything under control. After all, I'm Christopher Columbus. I'll find a way home.
Keep
This
telling
scene
yourself
feels
that.
sort of familiar, hey, fellow Norsemen? But a bunch of sailors arguing on a beach doesn't mean a thing.
I must be in China. These plants smell like cinnamon and rhubarb, plants that grow near China and Japan.
These plants might smell like cinnamon and rhubarb, but they aren't. Misleading evidence like this helps convince Columbus that he'd reached China rather than a whole new continent.
Interesting.
What Europeans called the New World was old news to these natives, who had a thriving culture here when Columbus arrived.
A fine ship, isn't she? That's the Nina, my favorite ship.
Oh, pardon me, sorry.
This part of a ship is called a castle because it was originally built for protection during battles.
Okay, didn't know you could examine that? Whatever.
That triangular cloth is called a lateen sail. Sailors used the lateen sail for tacking or sailing into the wind. When sailing with the wind, they used the older square sail.
Good for you. I don't get how that works, but okay.
Please, don't rile up my anxious crew. You'd think they'd love being trapped in a paradise. But instead, they just want to get home to Spain.
Jeez, I wonder why.
That sturdy sea chest has a bad case of lockjaw. Too bad we don't have a key.
Oh, my charts, my charts. I'm getting island fever without them. How I long to see again the noble plains of Spain.
Alright, let's start asking.
The ocean charts I created on my westward voyage was stolen, and now my men are making waves. They refuse to sail back across the sea without a good map for navigation. A grubby-looking thief wormed his way on board, posing as one of my crew, and hooked my charts. Then he sailed off with one of my ships, the Pinta.
Oh, that sucks.
My sailors are a suspicious lot. They won't set sail until they see the charts that prove I know the way home. Why, I am Christopher Columbus.
Columbo!
I'm the brave explorer who just discovered the fabulous and the westward route to this place, China.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Of course this is China. I sailed directly west from Spain to get here. And everyone knows that there's no other land between Spain and China. I'd prove it to you. Except someone stole my charts from that sea chest. What's this? Whoever stole my charts left behind a strange scrap of paper. Hardly a fair trade.
Say, that's a piece of the Carmen note. The thief must have dropped it in the chest when he stole Columbus's charts.
Isn't that lucky? I bet you thought we forgot about the pieces or something. Anyhow, finding you will be a snap if you bring a different map. Okay, it doesn't really tell us much, but... Now we
meet again.
let's go ahead and ask him his final question.
Interesting theory. I could check your ID against my charts if they hadn't been stolen.
Alright, that was a waste of time. Let's try and give the chart to Christopher.
Sorry, but I'm far too busy to sign autographs right now. Look me up once I find a way to return to Spain.
Wow, what an egotistic prick. Anyhow, what you want to do is put the chart in the chest.
All right, the map is safely inside. Phew, that's a load off my chest.
Oh, shut up. That is so bad.
We meet again.
And now, we can ask this.
What's this? There's a chart in my chest. It's not the original, but it has all of the information to make an eastward sea journey. All right, men. I forgot to mention that a great explorer always carries a second map.
That was a brilliant way to get Columbus to examine our chart. Now he can head back for Spain, and we can join him. I suspect our thief plans to meet Carmen at a time portal in Europe, and we'll be there.
Oh boy.
It's good to be aboard ship again. Shall we take another look at our chart?
Alright, first of all, let's examine.
Don't worry, we're stocked with plantains from the islands of the West Indies. I find them quite appealing.
Ah, the wind, the water, the salty spray. There's nothing I like better than a sea voyage. Except maybe fame and glory. It seems you're currently applying many of the methods I did, like using the wind and current to move forward, and a compass or the sun to establish direction. Earlier explorers tried to sail west from Spain, but were blown back by strong winds called the westerlies. But I sailed south along the coast of Africa first, then turned west. I found the winds that come out of the east called the easterlies, and the rest is, or will be, history. Oh yes, many. I barely avoided the Sargasso Sea, a huge floating mass of seaweed. Plus, I had to tangle with a mutinous crew.
Sounds like fun.
The largest ship, the Santa Maria, is my flagship. My two smaller ships, called caravels, are the Nina and the Pinta. You have no idea. It took me 17 years to convince someone to fund my expedition. I had almost given up hope until Queen Isabella opened her royal purse.
Okay, I've never asked him those questions before, so that's pretty interesting. Anyhow, looking back at the chart here, as you can see, we want to hit the westerlies. So we want to go north and then east. Let's see which way.
The current is streaming.
So we don't have a port choice here, so let's just go. Alright, now we're going to want
When the sail is closed.
Yes, I know. Let's go here, now we're going to want to go north. Oh, sorry.
Our ship is now... The current is...
East.
The wind is blowing north.
Alright, let's keep going with the wind then.
The compass is... I'd say the current is heading north.
Still going north. Oh, the current's going north. Durr.
The compass...
Okay.
I'd say the current...
Alright, let's keep going north. Alright, one more square and then we can start going east.
Our ship is now... The current is... The wind seems...
Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to go east
The
for
current
now.
is streaming east.
Oh, that looks like fun.
Good grief. I believe we've found the Sargasso Sea. After that move, we're now easing eastward.
You know, I've never found that before. That's interesting. It's awesome. I got that on camera. Alright, so anyhow, we want to go north.
I believe the wind is blowing north.
So, let's go north. Now let's go east, and that should take us to the westerly.
The compass is... The current is stream...
Alrighty. I believe if I did this right, just watch. Boom.
We're in the westerlies. These winds coming from the west are blowing us straight east towards Europe. After that move, the wind is...
Alright, so now we just want to get the sail and blow. And go directly back, and look, we're right there.
Nice, The wind is...
Keep going. And we're on the home stretch.
After that move, the wind is...
Alright, keep going. And finally, just drift in.
After that...
Okay, let's see here. And there we go, we're finally frickin' back.
Ah, we're back in Europe at last. Let's hurry back to Spain and hook that crook.
Columbus, you've returned. We thought the sea had swallowed you up.
The sea is no match for Christopher Columbus. I made many great discoveries on my voyage, and I could not have returned without the aid of these helpful travelers. But now, Your Majesty, let's turn to that new title and those grand rewards we discussed.
I have a better idea. Let's outfit some more ships and send you back.
Mamma mia!
That's right, be about as authentic as Mario. Anyhow, let's examine.
The first world maps were drawn by an ancient Greek named Ptolemy. Although his maps were completely wrong, people believed in his work up until the 15th century. Say, this map seems related to the voyages of Diego Gomez.
Okay, we've already done so. Anyhow, we got this piece of paper, which is finally the last part of the note.
Great grab! That completes the Carmen note.
Let's see. And the final part is, the only chart with the New World's face should be your crafty hiding place.
Hang on, I'll fire up the time cuffs for some arresting action. You know, the official name for a map maker is a cartographer.
That really tells us much. So anyhow, so the whole thing is, when your crime is done, use all your smarts to sneak inside a room of charts. So that's here, we got all these charts. Finding you will be a snap if you bring a different map. The only chart with the New World's face should be your crafty hiding place. So that's meaning that we want the chart that has the New World, or North and South America. And you know this one wasn't here before. And this is the only one that has North and South America on it. So that means our thief is hiding right here.
Eureka! That's a map of the New World. The only map which shows the American continents. It's the one from Carmen's note. Huh! We've put the lid back on Dr. Belljar. And this time our case is airtight.
Well, you've taken the wind out of this doctor's sail. But I doubt if you'll put Carmen in jail.
Congratulations! You charted the way across the Atlantic, rescued Christopher Columbus, and put Dr. Belljar back in the can. Now, regular travel between Europe and the Americas can start. The biggest population shift in the history of the planet will happen thanks to your sailing skills. You're doing great work, and we need you to keep it up. Another crime has struck another time. Can you take the case?
And that was case 12, and holy crap, this is going to be about a half an hour long video. I am sorry, but this is just one of those cases that take a long time. Even if you know what you're doing, trying to commentate, thinking, do all that crap at once. Makes it go on for a while. So anyhow, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time for case 13, which I don't remember which one it is. And yeah, thank you all for watching. See you next time.